name is Mimi Hijab. And you saw how he was trying all his best just to humiliate and to insult, but not to debate.
Yeah.
The reason, for him, you are too nice because you are not coming from the same background. For him, humiliation is a way of winning. It's not he may make fun, even though he is saying stupid things, even though he said the most stupid things ever, which is against Islam. I mean, he not only he lost the debate, he looked like an idiot in the village. So yet he think by making fun he is the winner. So this is a culture thing. This is a mentality. This is a mindset. If you don't understand them, you will not even able to go through their mind. They grow this way, and they think if you are kind, that's mean you are weak, and if you are very gentle and you are not rude, that's mean you don't you are afraid. This is how they see it. For me, I am from there. I know how to speak to them. Actually, this is why they don't want to get close to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting. For that debate, they made me agree ahead of time that I would be very nice and not be insulting at all, and be very friendly the entire time. And so it seems they understand as well that if you can get the Christian debater to be nice the entire time, and the Muslim to be insulting, yes, there are Westerners who will watch that and think, oh, this, why is this guy being so insulting? But lots of Muslims, boy, they love it. Now, we're going to take some questions here in a minute. I had two questions just on the Arabic, since you're a native Arabic speaker. Not anything specific, but basically here's the idea. The main argument that the Quran gives for its divine inspiration is what I call the argument the argument from literary excellence, meaning that it's just so amazingly written that it has to come from God. But I read the Quran a lot, and I just think it's the most horrible book that I've ever read. I would literally rather read a phone book than read the Quran. I do read the Quran because, I have to interact with Muslims. But if I were just picking something that I want to read, I would actually pick a phone book before I would read the Quran. It's organized horribly. It jumps around from topic to topic. You can't make sense of anything it's saying. I mean, at least a phone book is organized. And all these calls for violence and so on. But I'm told by Muslims that this is only because I'm reading it in English. If I were to read it in Arabic, then I would see that it's clearly miraculous, the greatest book, so great that human beings couldn't have written it. So when you read the Quran in Arabic, how do you resist the power of the Quran to compel you to believe that it is the Word of God?
The answer is from the Quran. If you go to chapter 8, verse number 31, the Arab, they were making fun of the Quran, saying this is the fairy tales of the elders. And if we wish, we can make even better than this. Everybody can go and read it. This is a book full of mistakes in Arabic, in a grammar, in a spelling, in a pronunciation. And, they fabricate tons of story. Here we go. We are the Arab Christian. Why we are not amazed? I mean, if Muhammad, he was able to make people to convert to Islam by just hearing the Quran, so why did they not convert? Why Muhammad, he went in war? Here we go. They are Arab in his time, and they were making fun of the Quran. So if you go in the Quran, you will find the word fairy tale mentioned 9 times. The Arab, they say to Muhammad, this is fairy tale and this is stupid. And then Muhammad, he says, well, it's stupid. Can you make something like it? And this is a stupid challenge. I mean, I'm just saying to you, this is stupid. You say to me, can you make some stupid like mine? So Muhammad, he did not succeed in the Arabic. The Arabic is a stupid language, the way he used it, and he was the Arabic in the Quran is a crook Arabic, is not correct Arabic. And if you want to talk about a book of wisdom, I don't know if you can open chapter 24, verse number 61, and read to the audience, and they will be astonished about how stupid this book is. I mean, this is a God who speak, and he teach, and he squeeze his head, and he send an angel with a message from thousands and millions of miles away. Remember where Allah, God knows where Allah is. And now he come to us to say to us, you can eat alone, and you can eat in your home, and you can eat with your sister, and you can eat in the house of your mother. Anybody can read the verse, chapter 24, verse number 61.
Want me to go ahead and read it for everyone?
Go ahead.
All right. So this is the greatest book ever written that can only be written by God, everyone. There is no blame on the blind man, nor is there blame on the lame, nor is there blame on the sick, nor on yourselves, that you eat from your houses, or your father's houses, or your mother's houses, or your brother's houses, or your sister's houses, or your paternal uncle's houses, or your paternal aunt's houses, or your maternal uncle's houses, or your maternal aunt's houses, or what you possess the keys of, or your friends' houses. It is no sin in you that you eat together or separately. So when you enter houses, greet your people with a salutation from Allah, blessed and goodly. Thus does Allah make clear to you the communications that you may understand. And I think everyone in the chat is ready to recite the Shahada if they haven't already, because that is so masterfully written.
I mean, that's it. I mean, it's no sin on you, no sin. I mean, imagine he's saying no sin if you eat alone or if you eat with somebody else. I mean, this is madness, it's stupid. So he sent an angel of God, and he written in a book of wisdom to teach us, to say, if you are blind, you can eat at home. Where the blind used to eat where before? I mean, in the time of Muhammad, there's no restaurants. Where do you want to eat? You are blind, you cannot walk, or you are sick, and even if you are not any of those, still you can eat at home. I mean, look at the news. So Muhammad, he came to us with something beyond intelligence. It's like super. And then he says to us, you can eat in the house of your mother. Finally, I'm going to call my mother and tell her, hey, mom, I can eat in your house. She will say to me, idiot, you are eating in my house all your life. So what is this about? This is silly. This is stupid.
So you brought up a couple points there, but basically what I hear from Muslims is, you know, if you just read the Quran in Arabic, you'll find out that it is the word of Allah, and true Arabic speakers will recognize that. You're pointing out that even according to the Quran, people of Muhammad's time, all of whom were Arabic speakers, they thought the Quran was a big joke.
Well, all of them, and actually Muhammad, he don't even have a book. You see, if you go and read the book of the Quran, you know, if you go to the Bible, you know, you want to search where God, how he created things, you go to the book of Genesis. Mm-hmm. Where in the Quran we can find how God created the whole earth and heaven. It's all over. It's like somebody, he put a bunch of papers in the front of a fan, big fan, and he turned it on. And then we collect them together and we make a book. So nothing there makes sense. And then, you know, if you go in the Quran, you will find things because of this madness. The Quran says that today, as an example, in chapter 3, verse number 7, today I completed your religion for you, accepted Islam for you. And then why? You know, because we make you, you know, like not to eat pigs, not to eat pork. Mm-hmm. So when the Quran speak about religion, then we will find, you know, like, I mean, I don't know how to explain to you. I wish everybody can, you know, speak Arabic, because you will die laughing from the stupidity of this Arabic. Mm-hmm. If we go in the Quran, as an example, in chapter 3, verse number 85, it says, the one who accepts other than Islam, Allah will not accept from him. And then Allah, in the same chapter, he says to us that the Christians and the Jews and the Sabian, they will go to heaven. Then, but why you call them Christians, and why you call them Sabian, and why you call them Jews if they are Muslims? This is stupid. If you go to chapter 5, verse number 3, it says that Allah, he forbid for you, etc., 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 etc. And then he said, today I completed my favor upon you and choosing Islam as religion for you. But this is the chapter 5, verse number 3. It is in the beginning of the Quran. This verse can be accurate if this is at the last verse in the Quran. Like Jesus in the cross says it's complete. Here, it says complete in the beginning of the Quran. How we can solve this problem? This problem can be solved easy by saying, okay, the one who made the book, he took this verse, he put it here, but it should be at the end of the book. And yet the Muslims, they say to us that this is the book of Allah. If Muhammad said this verse in the beginning, that means all the chapter after chapter 5, verse number 3 are fabricated. Because he just said, I don't know if you can read it for us, David. Mm-hmm. Chapter 5, verse 3, if you can read it, so people, they can see. I mean, this is crazy. How he complete the religion for them, accepted Islam for them. I complete my favor upon you.
Mm-hmm. Ready?